Good morning, Michele here, my crazy workout. It's cold out here. I know it's been a while since I've done a video. It's just been crazy around here. I had to travel back home for some family stuff, and our youngest one is graduating from high school, so it's been checking out schools. You would think as they get older, it gets easier, but I don't think it does. I think they need you more than ever because they are going to be making life choices at this point. So to just sort of push them off and say, oh, okay, is that what you want to do? So we have been exploring options and doing all kinds of stuff, which requires getting up early and traveling in traffic. So I would get up and do my workouts, but I didn't have time to record. So I have a new video. It is called the Cardio Strength Workout, and they are circuits. So there is going to be 3 parts with 5 exercises. 10 and 50 is the time, and then you're going to get a minute in between each round where we're going to do a minute of cardio. So you can do jump rope. I have options for you as far as the other exercises go. They're burpees, so if you don't have a jump rope or you can't jump, then you can do the variations on the burpees. Or if it's early in the morning and you don't want to make a lot of noise, I know Anna said that she can't jump rope in the morning too early because of the rope clicking, and I get the same thing when I work outside because my middle one sleeps right out, it's where the door to go out the front door is, so he can hear me clicking on the front patio when I'm jumping at 5:30 in the morning. You know what works? Noise canceling machines. Get one. $20 I think it is on Amazon, and you can do a white noise, put it in their room. They don't hear anything. Okay. So we're going to get started because I'm freezing. So the timer, we're going to do a warm-up. I'm not forgetting. The timer is going to be 10 and 50, and it's going to be 5 rounds because we're going to have to do the minute of cardio before we move on to the next round. The second round, and then we'll do a minute of cardio and we'll move on to the 3rd round. Okay? But first off, we're going to warm up. I didn't bring my gloves out. It is cold out here. It's just as cold in my house because the board to our air conditioning / heating unit went out, so we can't control the heat or the air. So if we're not sweating our butts off because it's getting hot, we're freezing because we're getting cold snaps. So, oh well, what are you gonna do? You're gonna work out all the bitches and stop complaining, right? Okay, I know you see a lot of equipment, they're just options. March it wide. I gotta warm it up here. Toe tap right and left. Reach the arms overhead. Now reach them across the chest. Stretch out the back and the shoulders. 4. We're going to do hamstring curls right here. Curl back. Oh, that's where I feel it. It's cold. My quads are tight. Press down. Yeah, it's crazy. We've had crazy weather where we've had nice days, and then all of a sudden we get like 2 or 3 days where it's really cold. I don't understand. 3, 2, we're going to do knee lifts to the front, knees up, pull down. Say hello to those hip flexors. I didn't put my watch on, did I? I didn't start it for the workout. We'll do it after the warm-up. 4, 3. Stay marching wide. and we're gonna hold it here. And you're gonna go side to side. Hit those inner thighs. We're not going really low. You're not warmed up yet. We are gonna be doing some thigh work and some glute work. So you wanna warm everything up. 4, 3. And we're gonna hold it over on the left side, right here, hold it here. Gotta find my workout. We're gonna go and turn, and you're gonna drop that knee down. Here's the workouts. Feel that stretch in the quad. Pelvic tilt, so you wanna push the hips forward, squeeze the butt. I'm gonna slide that right leg in. Keep that left foot down. Stretch out the front of the leg first. Feel that pull in the hamstring as well. Then pull up and you'll feel it in the calf. Again, press it down, sit back, and then pull it up, fall forward. Sit back, and you'll feel it in the quad as well. Pull the foot up, and hold it here. Kick that leg back, raise up, and down. Up, and down. 3, 2, and 1. Hold it down. Turn it. Come over to the right side. Feel that stretch. Turn and face the wall. Turn over the right shoulder. Lift up on the toe. Drop the knee. Pelvic tilt. Press the hips forward. Stretch out the hip flexor on the left side. Engage the core. Back is straight. Slide that left foot in, keep that right foot down. Feel that nice stretch in the hamstring and the glute, as well as in the soleus, the shin, right here in the front in the shin. Now raise it up, flex that foot, drop over, feel it in the calf. 2 more times with that. Press it down and sit back. Feel that stretch in the hamstring and the glute. Lift that toe, fall forward, stretch out the calf. 1 more time. Lift that toe, fall forward, drop it down. Press that toe back, lift up and down. Raise up. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it here. Drop down, come around. Lower down to the front. Take the right arm, twist up, bend that that left knee, keep that right leg straight. Drop that hand down, bend the right knee, twist and open up. And roll it down. Walk the feet in, slight bend in the knees, come up to half. Lower back down, exhale, roll up, inhale. Exhale, fall forward. Plant the hands, hop back, chaturanga down, upward facing dog. Hop in and roll up. Inhale, lower down. Give me 2 more of these, hop back. Upward facing dog. Hop in, we're not doing down dog today, not yet. We'll do that for the stretch. 1 more time. Fall forward, plant the hands, chaturanga down, upward facing dog. Hop forward, tuck the head, flat back, lower down, and roll it up. Okay, if you need a little more warming up, you can do jump rope, you can do whatever you need to do to get warmed up. So your timer is going to be 10 and 50, 5 rounds, and then we are going to move into the 1 minute of the cardio move, okay? Either jump rope, or if you're looking at the breakdown, I'll have it down below. It will be 3 lateral side-to-side hops. You can put a band on, which I will set the band out now. I'm going to go for blue. And knee doesn't hurt today. I don't know, that might be pushing it. My knee was hurting the other day. Funny, it was my left knee. Timer is on. We're gonna do Y arms first with rear flies. I'm gonna show you with dumbbells first. Right. Timer is on. Y arms with rear flies is first. I'm gonna show you with the dumbbells. I'm gonna show you with the dumbbells, then the tube, and then the band. So each round. Y arms, Y up, out, rear delt, Y up. We're not folding over, all right? When you fold over, you have a tendency to use momentum. So lower that weight and squeeze shoulders and back. Shoulders and back. Now, if you are not a beginner and you're advanced, you know to grab, if you have the tube, to loop it around 1 foot or 2 and hold on to the handles and do the same thing. The other one would be if you have one of the bands that you can hook to a post or something, then that will get hooked, and I have that back here, and I'll show you that one in the second round. Roll out to a clean and press. If you don't have a bar that you can roll at, do an ab roll out to and roll back in, just do a burpee with clean and a press. I don't think I'm back far enough. And I'll show you on the second round. There we go. I have more room at the gym when I do these. Maybe I should angle it. Here we go. If you have a stability ball, you can do it with a stability ball. Oh, bent knee, banded deadlift. Hold the weight so that it's over. If you have a kettlebell, I didn't bring a kettlebell out, or if you have the bar, it is really not about how much weight you do. It is about going over and feeling that pull down through the hamstrings, and as you come up, you're contracting the glute muscles and squeezing tight. Keep the knees bent. Slight bend in the knees. Whew. And then we're going to keep this. We're going to do a right row and a side plank reach. So you're going to go row and roll up and reach. Row. And then we're going to switch arms. Right is going to row with the heavier weight, or left is going to row, and right is going to reach to the ceiling. Right here. Press back into that plank. Make sure that your hands are lined up with the shoulders. Engage the core. Back is flat. Row. Side twist. Plank. go. You can either jump rope or you can do the lateral band move. So you all know jump rope, right? Just grab your jump rope. I am going to show you the burpee first. You don't have to do it. You can do the jump rope. Timer is on. You're going to go hop, 2, 3, burpee. Hop, 2, 3. Low lateral hops. Hop, 2, 3. If you're a beginner, 1, 2, 3. Stay low. You can drop to the knees. 1, 2, 3. If you're advanced, want to challenge yourself, lateral hops. You can leave the burpee out. Or the push-up out. Woo! All right. Take a breather. Whoop, hit the wrong thing. We're going to start that all over again. So, 10 seconds on the clock. Y arms, you can either do the dumbbells or tube is next. I'll show you with the tube. Y arms, rear fly. Y arms, rear fly. Now, the more you step on your tube with your feet, the harder it gets. You make it shorter and the resistance gets harder. So, as it gets easy, you can put both feet on. And as it gets easier and you get stronger, you can take your feet wide and the resistance of the band gets harder. And I think using the tubes and the band are way harder than the dumbbells because you get resistance on the way up and on the way down. Woo, I think they're harder. Okay, if you don't have a bar to roll out on, you would literally engage that core. You should feel that pull in the abs when you do that upward facing dog on your dumbbells. Deadlift, banded or not, bent knees. If you have the dumbbells that you're holding, maybe you only have one, you can either hold them together in your hands or hold them at the sides. But make sure as you come up, you squeeze the glutes and contract the gluteus muscle. So you come down and feel that stretch in the hamstrings, and then you go back up. If you want to put the band on, you can. You don't have to. I'm giving you options. If you have a bench, or I have the BOSU over there, you can stand on that. Don't worry, we're gonna get them individually. All right. Right row. Come over those dumbbells. Row up. Rotate. Don't make the weight so heavy on that row that you're pulling with the arm and not squeezing the back. You should feel the elbow come up and squeeze the right lat towards the middle of your back, towards your spine. All right, roll that over to the left side. We're gonna get into that plank position. Row, reach up. Row. You have to pull initially to get the weight off the ground. Once you do, you should be squeezing the back, the lats. You shouldn't be feeling it in the biceps and the arms. You should be focusing on contracting the left lat and pulling it in to the spine. So, if you are not feeling it in the back, you need to lower that weight and concentrate on squeezing. Okay. So, if you want to do jump rope, you can do a minute of jump rope, or you can put that band on. I'll do jump rope with you this time, and then I'll finish off with the band. I didn't bring my weighted jump ropes out. I brought out my Rush speed rope, and you can do whatever you want. You can hop on one leg. Oh, I'm gonna hit the cabinet. And then alternate and hop on the other leg, count maybe for 10. And then you can go alternating, kicking them out. All kinds of variations that you can do for a minute. Or you can shuffle. And then switch feet and shuffle with the right lead. Make sure you engage your core. You're not jumping very high off the ground. This gets the heart rate up. But like I said, if you can't jump rope because it's too noisy, it's too early, you can do the burpee. All right. Whew. That gets the heart up, doesn't it? I like to jump rope, but I also like variations, so I change it up. You don't always have to do jump rope. It's awesome because you can pack it and take it with you anywhere. They're little. This one's little, it's light. The cross ropes, the CrossFit ropes are heavy, so they're a little bit heavier to lug around, but that's okay. But geez, anybody can pack that in their handbag and go. One more round. Y arms. I'm gonna come in between the tube or the band, and if you are hooked, you can either face your back to me, or you can do it facing away from the band, but you need to make sure that your arms are wide enough and you feel the resistance. And again, as you come up, let that band come out and engage the back. And if you don't have dumbbells for those rows, you can use a band for them. You really have to catch the band as it goes out because it really wants to stretch out your arms, but this is good because it gets a good range of motion for you. Roll out. If you don't have the bar, you can even, if you have a band, you can even do it this way as a burpee. You would come down, hop in, and up. Now this band isn't a lot of resistance, so I had more bands hooked at the gym. You have to get that upward facing dog in there to get the core. Engage the stomach, engage the legs. Woo. Then if you want to keep the band on, if you don't have dumbbells, this one's not, this band rolls. It's, keep your knees bent. And if you want to, you can add an upright row in with the tube. Squeeze that butt as you come up. And sometimes just walking out a little bit further away from the band will give you more resistance. I like to row back and pull your shoulders back so you squeeze your butt. Okay, right hand is going to be the row. So you would go row and then a side twist. Row, side twist. Row, side twist. And if you want to, you can make it harder by stepping on the band. Row. Or you can attach it to a door frame. All right, other side. I'm trying to give you variations on these. So you row, twist, row. You want to squeeze that back, remember. Row up. Are you engaging your core? Is your head out of that turtle shell? Don't be looking under at your stomach or your feet, because when you do that, you arch your back, you round it up, and then you don't engage the core. So you want to be looking out a little bit past the hands. You want to be squeezing the legs and contracting the glutes as you hold in the plank to row. Okay, one more round of cardio for this one. Okay. Move these. All right, if you have your band, you can either do the side lateral hops, then you get a break because we're going to move on to circuit number 2. So we got a minute here. So you're going to go 1, stay low, hop back, burpee. 1, 2, you can touch the ground if that helps you to stay low, or you can tap. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Or you can be jump roping. 1, 2, 3. Whew. Okay. It's a banded one. I know you guys all like the bands. It's okay if you don't have the bands. It's all right. So you can use one of the large full looped band. You can loop it. When I go to the gym and I use these, I just loop them around the piece of equipment that I'm using. So if you don't have that band, you can use this band or no band at all. We're going to do a right side lunge, and then you're going to come in, or you're going to do a right-legged, so it's going to be a right side lunge, leg lift, and a squat. Side lunge, leg lift, squat. If you need to change the resistance on your band, do that so that your knees aren't buckling in. I'll start with this one, and then I'll show you it on the wall. I'll have to go sideways for it. And then if you have a BOSU or a weight, number 3 will be a weighted squat move, and you can keep the bands on if you want. So, band round. Side lunge, leg lift, squat down. Side lunge, lift up, and a squat. Side lunge, lift up, squat. Now, you can make it harder. You can stand on a box, you can stand on the BOSU. If you don't have the bands and you want to stand on something that makes it a little bit harder, I'll show you in the different rounds. Make sure that that left knee is not buckling. When you squat down, you want to make sure that you press your knees out. Okay, we got the left side. Whoo, can you feel that? Feel that in your hips? Hips and inner thighs. Left side lunge, leg lift, and squat low. Side lunge. Make sure that you keep your legs, the knees, tracking out. Don't let them roll in with the pressure of the band when you squat down. Out, lift, squat. Out, lift. Again, I think the bands add way more resistance than the weights. The weights, you have a tendency to either put in your shoulders and then your back starts to hurt, or you go too heavy and you're not feeling it in your hips and in your thighs, but more so in your quads. Okay, so I had the BOSU at the gym, and I did squat, twist over, squat back, reach over, engage the core. So sit back, feel that in the right glute, and twist. And you know, we're gonna switch and do the left side. Now, if you don't have a BOSU, You can use a dumbbell. You can use the bands. So I'll show you. Actually, yeah, that's right. Down, and then you're going to reach up, reach across. Again, the bands add resistance both ways. You can also attach it to a door, but make sure that it's low. So as you reach across, you're engaging the left obliques and you're twisting into the right. If you want to leave that band on, we're going to do an alternate side lunge to a goblet squat. Side lunge, goblet squat. Try and stay low. Try and keep your knees tracking out. Don't let them fall in. So as you squat down, press those knees out. Stay low. If you want, you can leave it on. It is a chair sit burpee. You can, if you don't have weights, you can use the BOSU. I'm going to leave it there. Show you with the weights first. I'm going to grab 10 pounds. Chair sit is this pose here. All right, so if you can't do it right with weights, leave the weights out because you want to engage the core. So, minute on the clock, or jump rope, or jump rope. Stay in that squat position. Bring the upper body up and engage the core. No weights. BOSU. Squat position, front raise. Whew. All right, towel off if you need to. We're gonna start that again. This is the second round. So, if you don't have dumbbells, or maybe you have the bar. Okay, you can do it with the bar. If you have the bar, you're probably advanced and you're gonna know it goes over your shoulders. And then you're gonna do a side lunge with a leg lift to a squat. If you have the band that is the long band, you're gonna do the right leg first. So you want resistance on the band. And we're going to side lunge out with a leg lift. Side lunge, leg lift, squat. Make sure that there is resistance on the band. Don't let it go loose when you come back up. You want to feel that resistance pull. And if you want to get crazy, because it is my crazy workout, you can have the other band around your legs above your knees, or you can hold a weight. I'll show you for the third round. Ooh. Okay, left side. Again, make sure that you feel resistance on that band before you even start. Side lunge, leg lift, squat. Side lunge, leg lift, side lunge, side, lift up, side lunge, now to get that leg lift, you really have to put the weight in that right leg. Out. Side lift. Woo, can you feel it? Can you feel it? Squat. Right side. So we're going right and up. Now, if you have that band, you can keep it on and keep that resistance. It would look like this. I have to back up. There we go. Or if you have the other band that goes around the thighs instead of the longer one. This is if you don't have the BOSU, or if the BOSU is too heavy. Can you feel it? Sweat's running in my eyes. Up. Thrust those hips out. Turn to the right side. Glute and left oblique. When you twist over to the left. When you go right, you're feeling that extension in the left oblique and the tightness in the right. And if you have the band on, you're feeling it in your hips and your butt. Okay. All right. I don't know if this is too high to do a side lunge. I'd probably have to turn and face away from you, but it'd be a side lunge, goblet squat. Side lunge, goblet squat. Make sure that your knees are tracking out. Don't let them fold in, all right? If they're folding in, hamstrings and quads are weak, don't go as far. If you can only go to here and back up, and then go, but try to stay low. That way you don't need as much weight. Whew. Okay, ready for the cardio move? Chair sit burpee or jump rope, your choice. I'll do the jump rope with you. Move that out of the way. Like I said, you can change it up. I'm not fancy. I can't do too many tricks. I can go in and out, crisscross feet. Shuffle. I like the shuffle because you can really get moving on the shuffle and you really feel it in the glutes and the thighs. And then switch, shuffle with the other foot. And if you don't have a jump rope, you can do these moves without. All right? If the burpees are too much, you can even add, pretend you have a jump rope. And it'll make you want to get a jump rope. Okay. All right. So, we have one more round. If you go heavy and you want to add a heavier weight like the bar, you can. You can add resistance with the band. I'm going to show you with the bar. Side lunges first to a leg lift. Side lunge, leg lift, squat down. Side lunge, lift, squat. Now we're going to do the left side. Again, I feel it in my hips and my glutes because I concentrate on it and my weight isn't real heavy. But I also feel it in my back and my shoulders, holding that weight. So, if you don't want to feel it up there, then all you've got to do is either hold dumbbells or use the bands and the tubes. Squat down. It's not about how fast you go. All right, it's your range of motion. It's quality over quantity. All right, we have squats. BOSU's going from the right up to the left. Breathe. Your muscles need oxygen to carry that blood. Whew. Don't be afraid to breathe. To make noise, I should say. Okay. You can either turn the ball in or you can turn it out. It doesn't matter. Your reach is further if the ball is facing you because you have to count for the round part of the ball. So you really get a nice stretch and engage that right external oblique as you reach over. And then you get the left as you reach up. So reach it over and out. You get some biceps here too, holding this weight, because when you come down, you're in a curl position. Oh, wow. Okay. You can do it with the bar. This is for everybody who wants to go heavier. And my bar isn't that heavy. I think this is 35 pounds. My bar is 25. I've got 10s, 5s, so it comes to 10. But people squat and do moves with more weight than that. But then you're not engaging the thighs and the glutes. You end up working more quad. You're more quad dominant to hold that weight. Where if you're doing it this way, you're pressing through the heels and engaging the glutes. Woo, one more time with the cardio. Chair sit burpee or jump rope. You decide. I am going to do the chair sit burpee, and I'm going to do it with the BOSU ball. You do it whatever you feel comfortable with. Are you ready? Are you ready? I wasn't. Okay. I don't like holding on to the outside of the BOSU and doing push-ups. It puts a lot of stress on my shoulders and my elbows. Oh, I'm sliding because my arms are not that wide. There we go, that's better. So instead of gripping the BOSU, I'm gonna put my hands on the outer edge. Oh, okay. It's okay if you don't have the BOSU for this one. You don't need it. You can do it to the floor as well. I'll show you with the BOSU, and I'll show you with the floor. Again, 10 and 50. I'm going to do it this way. So, you can either have it on the ball end, or if you're advanced, you can flip it over. I'll show you both ways. So we'll start with the ball first, and we'll go from there. So, you're in a plank position. Engage the core. Pull that head out of the turtle shell. You can hold on to dumbbells if you want, but you want to drop that right knee down to the BOSU so that your shin is on that right knee. Squeeze those right glutes. Kick that left leg back. Core, arms, glutes, you're getting it all. Ooh. Can you feel that? And it's like, I can feel it. Olivia says the same thing. Mountain climbers, either on your hands And again, don't look under the body. Pull that head out of the turtle shell. Or you can be on your elbows. If it hurts your wrists. If it doesn't, engage that core. I think I need some air in my BOSU. Are you feeling it? Okay, you know what we have to do. Right leg's gonna kick back. Plank position. Engage the core. Up. Pull forward. Squeeze that butt. Whew. Drop it low. Oblique mountain climbers. Come on down. Pull forward. Engage the core. Keep going. Squat, bicep curl. Curl, up, and overhead extension. Curl. Ready for that cardio move? You're like, no, I'm not. Okay, brought my sandbag out. I haven't had it in a while. That, or you can do jump rope. It's entirely up to you. I added water to my bag because it felt like it had evaporated. So, you're gonna go down, hop right, hop left, hop in, and up overhead. Hop right, hop left. My bag's gonna roll overhead. Engage the core. Right, left. There we go. Up. Right, left. Right, left. Right, left. Grab drinks, towel off, and take breaks when you need to. Left leg is going to go up. Engage the core. Up. Pull through. Single leg balance squat. If you want to hold weights, by all means, you can to do that reach overhead. I'm not close to any right now. You can use a band. You would put it around the stable leg, so the right leg. I'll show you when we go to the left. Squeeze that butt. Okay. If you don't have a BOSU and you're on the floor, you can do your mountain climbers on the floor too. Oh, sweat's rolling into my eyes. Now remember, hands are lined up with the shoulders. Head is out of that turtle shell. Back is straight. You're not up like this. Don't be looking under at those feet. Come out. Feel that core tighten. If you go like this, do this once. Now do this with me. Feel how much the abdominals stretch out and engage, and then you can breathe better because you're not compressing your lungs or your abdomen. I'm not saying it's gonna be easy, but it'll be easier to breathe. Okay, so if you want to use a band or a tube, you would put it left leg, okay? You go up, you come forward, and you'd raise up. Drop that knee down, that left knee. Sort of back bend with the upper body a little bit to fall into that knee and squeeze that butt. Oh, can you feel it? And it's like, I'm gonna kill you if you say that one more time. Kill you. Okay. Oblique mountain climbers. Engage the core. Don't look under the body. This is round 2. You only have one more round. If you're not doing a 3rd round, fast forward to the next orange border. This is the first round. No, it's the second. It's the second because I'm on the floor. Oh, I forgot. Oh no, I did do the burpee. I'm losing my mind. Okay, squat, up and overhead. If you have nothing, if you have a band or a tube, let's do it this way. Squat, up. Nope, gonna have to stand on both of them. Squat and overhead. Squat. Squat, up and overhead. If you hook your hands together for the tricep extension, then you can bend back behind the head and get those triceps Whew. Okay. One more time. One more time through after the cardio. And you know, you can either do jump rope or you can do the burpee move. So if you don't have a sandbag, you can do it with the BOSU. If you have a BOSU, it would look like this. You would ski hop right, ski hop left, and up. Flip it up, right, left, hop in, and up and reach. Right, left. Engage that core, right and left. Right, left. Right, left. Right, left. Towel off, grab a drink. We have one more round. If you're doing one more round with me, I know, we're a little over. Nice thing about this workout is if you only have time, you can do one part, and one part, if you really put your effort in, will kick your butt. So it's like almost 20 minutes, a 20-minute workout, and then you could throw in some jump rope and stuff like that. Okay, all right, whoopsie. We have one more round of this, and as I promised, I will show you with the BOSU flipped over. So you're gonna get into a plank position, balance on that BOSU. Remember, the left leg is going back. What are you doing? You're pulling that head out of the turtle shell, right? Come back. Now press back. Ooh. Pull forward. Kick back. Pull forward. Can you feel them? I like putting core in with my strength moves. It makes you slow down and concentrate on those muscles. You can do cardio afterwards, but really, whew, can you feel that? Balancing, everything shakes and contracts to hold you in place. Now, if you want to, you can balance on your BOSU. Again, it's harder. And what are we doing? We're pulling the head out of the turtle shell, engaging the core. See how much better you can breathe? Okay, we got to plant the left leg. Kick the right leg back. How your arms and your shoulders feeling? Holding yourself in place. Up, kick forward, squat. My left foot is sliding on my sweat. Feel them? Now, you can add the band or the tube if you want to, or the dumbbells, but you don't need to. Ready for those oblique mountain climbers? Hands are either on the BOSU or on the floor. Come on, stick with me. This is the last round. Look out to the edge of that BOSU. Keep the back straight, keep the core engaged. Take breaks when you need to. If you need to take a knee, take a knee. If you need to pause, pause. Okay. If you have this one and not the other one with the handles, okay, Michelle, get it together. You would go curl up and overhead extension. Curl. You know what's next, don't you? Jump rope or ski hop burpees. So glad I wore a long sleeve today. Okay, one more round of cardio. This is your cardio strength workout. Your arms should be a little fatigued. Your legs, you should be breathing hard. All right, we only have 1 minute of these, and then I'll take you into the bonus circuit, and then we'll cool it down and stretch. So, if you have the bar, for the snatches, make sure that it doesn't roll from you. This is going to be a little trickier. Right, left. There we go. And snatch up. Right, left. Snatch up. And the reason why it's not rolling is because I'm over top of it. My shoulders and my hands are lined up. Instead of my weight pushing forward on the bar, it's pushing down. Whew. Okay? Okay, 10 and 50, the longest one. Then we go 10 and 40, the second one, and 30 with no rest for the third one, okay? You can do this. It'll fly by. And there are 10 exercises because we have abs in there. I want you to grab a weight that you feel comfortable with. If you don't have the BOSU for the abdominal moves that I'm gonna do, you can do it on the floor. It's okay. I'll show you both ways. I am gonna grab 10s for these. I could probably do 12s, but I don't know. My arms are a little tired. So I'm gonna start with 10s and maybe I'll go to 12s. Do I have 2 12s out here? I think I do. Overhead shoulder press. As the time goes down, the weight can go up. All right, next one is upright row to a bicep curl. So try and hold on to those weights. Row up, curl out. Oh, drop that weight, lay over the BOSU. Right leg is going to lift up. You know what? I don't think I can do it with this weight. Sorry about that. There we go. Okay, now over into the other arm. Right arm is going to go to the left leg. Okay, now crunch knees in and a frog crunch. So, see if I have room here. Crunch knees in and then feet in. Knees in, feet in. Outside of knees or outside of feet, inside of feet. Dumbbells should be close by. Grab those weights, roll up with an overhead press. And back down. legs are gonna come up, hands are under the butt. You're gonna lower part of the way down and you're gonna crunch in. It's not about lowering your legs all the way to the floor. It's about contracting the abdominals and pulling the legs up. When you go too low, you feel it right here in the hip flexors. You don't want to feel it in the hip flexors. When you take it down and you start to not feel it in the abdominals and you feel it more in the hip flexors, you've gone too far. So it's about coming up and contracting, not how far you can lower down. And if it helps to put hands under the butt to support the back, you go right ahead. But it's about squeezing. Think about it if you had the band hooked around your feet and it was pulling you back up, you're resisting. Scissor your legs, same thing. It's about pulling them in. Now we're gonna add a twist. It's not about how low the other leg goes. It's about pulling the top leg in and contracting the abdominals. And as you twist, you're gonna get the obliques with this. So keep your legs up. Focus on contracting the abdominals, not the hip flexors. If your hips are tight and sore, think about how you're doing your abdominals. Are you putting a lot of stress on the hip flexors? Are they taking the weight? Bring your legs to tabletop, and we're gonna do bicycle. Reach and pull the knee in. Again, it's not about how low your legs go in the bicycle. If you're up here and you're pulling in, but you're feeling it in the abs, that's where you want to feel it, not in the hip flexors. If you have to take breaks because you're feeling it right here, you need to raise your legs up a little bit higher and focus more on the abdominals. It doesn't mean your abs are strong when you can go that low to the ground. Your hip flexors take a lot of that when you drop too far down. So if you're feeling that pull in the hip flexors, hands are gonna come up behind the head, feet are gonna go out. You can cross them if you want, and we're gonna get the upper part of the abdominals. We've hit the lower ones. Contract. Remember, the next group is 10 and 40, and then we're going 30, 30, or 30, no rest. Contract. Tighten the abdominals. Put your hands right here. You should have your lower back pressed into the floor, and you should feel it contract all the way down the rectus abdominis, but the majority of it is going to be with lifting the head off of the floor, the shoulders and the neck and the head. You're going to feel it way more in the upper abdominals. And if you want to hold it up and pulse, you can. You don't have to, if you're tugging on your head. Woo! Okay, we're going to do 10 and 40 for those, and then we're going to do 30 with no break. And then I promise we'll cool you down. So, overhead shoulder press. I'm going to grab the 12s for these since we're only doing 40. You're going to press up and back down. Squeeze up and down. 40 feels like forever. 12. Oh, my arms are tired. You ready? Upright row, bicep curl. Whew, I feel that. Row and a curl. Now, if you're swinging your back or your arms, lower that weight down. No momentum. You should be shoulders, biceps. Four. You feel it? I feel it. You wouldn't think jumping from 10 to 12 would make a difference. Okay, lay across that BOSU. Or on the floor. On the floor. Here it looks like this on the floor. You can add both arms if you're on the floor. Coming from the left to the right leg. And again, it's not how low you lower that leg. It's all about bringing the leg up and contracting the abdominals. If you're feeling it in the hip flexor, keep your leg up higher. We're going to go over to the left side from the right. Hold that leg up. Press that lower back into the floor. Over and twist. If you need to bend that other leg, I can feel a little pull in my back when my right leg is straight. That means I'm using my back to get up. So if you bend that leg, you take the control out of your back and you bring it back to the front. Okay, got to crunch those knees in. Now listen, if you're a beginner and this is too much for you to crunch the knees, you can stay with your upper body on the floor, knees in, and then knees wide. If you're feeling it in the hip flexors, when you have your upper body off the floor, you crunch in, and then your feet. Crunch to the outside of the feet, inside of the feet. Outside, inside. If it starts to get too much on your neck, keep the upper body on the floor and roll them in. So many variations. Okay, legs down. Cross the feet if you'd like. You can either hold up and pulse, hold your upper body off the floor, or lift and lower. Now, make sure that you're pressing the lower back into the floor as you come up. So contract and down. If keeping your legs straight doesn't permit you to keep that lower back in the floor, you can bring your legs in. Again, take the pressure off of the back by bending your legs either way. Either give them the butterfly or give them bent legs, or you can take them straight out. You're concentrating. Okay, legs up. And what are we doing here? We're not going down as far. The contraction is when you raise the legs up, right? Contract the abdominals and raise up. I put those crunches in the wrong spot, didn't I? That's okay. Contract and raise. You should feel that. It should all be in the lower abdominals. Now the hands are going to come up, and what are we going to do here? We're going to scissor the legs. So you're going to pull in. And you don't have to worry about being all the way down here and feeling it pulling the hip flexor. I want you to pull in like there's a band hooked to your feet, and you're pulling that leg in to meet that elbow. You shouldn't feel it in the hip flexors at all. Now, if your abdominals are weak, yeah, you will feel it in the hip flexors. If you start to get tired, they'll get weak and they'll take over for your weak abdominals. Then you just take a break and you pull the knees into your chest. And then when you're ready, you can start over. And we are going to do bicycle. Crunch up. Whew. All right. I didn't adjust it to 10 and 40. We did 50 again because I was talking. I'm a knucklehead. You just worked harder. My bad. I messed it up. I think I messed up the abs too. That's okay. All right. You'll have this. I'm only human. All right, 30 seconds. No break. All right, I'm gonna grab those 12s. 40 felt very long. Upright row. But I'm not repeating it. Just cut out 10 seconds or think of it as a bonus. Who's talking? Anybody that says they can multitask. I can't multitask. My arms are tired. Gotta throw in a little humor there, right? Okay, on the floor or on the BOSU. Roll-ups. That's what I forgot the last time around. My bad. It was on the paper. Okay. Grab the weights. I just blew right through it. Lower the weights down, hands under the butt. Oh no, crunch knees in. Bring them up. Raise them up, lower them down. Contract the abdominals, right? If you want, you can lift your head. Contract the abs. Make sure you're not lowering so low that you feel it in the hip flexors. Engage the core. Raise it up. Are you ready for those scissors? Bicycle. This is the one that always gets me. Reach for that opposite foot. Take that other hand or the other elbow outside. Oh, almost done. Gonna drop those feet. Crunch up. This is where those crunches should have been. I had a brain lapse. Wasn't following the book. Oh, my gloves need wash, they stink. Like what smells? Whew. All right. We need to stretch out those arms, right? And those hips, and those thighs, and that back. Come on down onto the hands and knees. Walk the hands out. Let's go into puppy pose first. So
Keep those knees, I'm gonna turn and face you to talk. Keep the knees and the hips lined up. Drop the hands out, stretch out the back and the shoulders. Oh, doesn't that feel good? Feel that pull through the abdominals, through the core. A little bit longer here. Just breathe. Let the shoulders stretch out. Mine are tight. I don't know about yours, but I could really feel that workout. Okay, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna stay in this position, but we're gonna come forward into a Sphinx pose. So you're gonna pull your chest forward. Oh, raise up. Feel that in the lower back? Lower down. Raise up. Let's do a couple hyperextensions here. Up and down. Up and down. Your head and your neck are in alignment, okay? You're not pulling up like this and pulling your back. You're raising up and you're contracting the lower part of the back. They're called the erecta spina. You're contracting those muscles. We did the abdominals. Hold it here. Walk the hands out and raise up. Again, head and neck are lined up. Back is straight. Lower down. Bring that right arm out. Roll over onto the right side. Push up with that left hand. Kick that left leg back. Stretch out that hip if you can. Feel that stretch in the shoulder and the chest on the right side. We're not done with this right side. Just hold it here a minute. When we roll back over, we're gonna come up onto the hands and knees, and we're gonna thread the needle with that right side before we move to the left. So roll back over, bring that right hand in, press up, raise that right arm up, tuck it under and thread that needle. Now, put the hand down first. So try and get your palm to face down. Feel that stretch in the shoulder. Walk that left hand out and feel that stretch. Just put the weight of your chest and your upper body into your bicep and feel that stretch in the shoulder. Now turn the palm up and lay down just a little bit more. If you want to, you can raise that left arm up and open up that shoulder of that left arm. But I like to stay here and look up over and really stretch that shoulder. It's entirely up to you and where you feel you need to feel that stretch more. I like threading the needle this way, and I like turning my palm down so that I get the outer head of the shoulder. Bring that left hand in, pull that right arm up, raise it up, lower it down, sit back into a child pose. Goal post arms. Let them hang out here. Let the butt fall towards the feet. Stretch out the upper back. Feel that stretch through the hips and the thighs. And then we're gonna come back up. Walk the hands out. Come into dog. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to pull forward into that Sphinx pose. And you're going to go 1, 2, lower back, 3, 4, 5, one more, 6. Hold it here. Walk the hands out. Walk them wider if you need to.
And you can tent those fingers and raise up. Feel that stretch. Just lower down and let the back stretch. Feel the pull through the chest. And then press up. One more time. Oh, that feels so good. Can you feel that pull across the back? It's squeeze across the back, pull across the chest. Round it out. Lower it back down. Bring that left arm out. Roll over onto that left side. Walk the hand in as close to the body as you can, that right hand. Bring that right leg up and over and stretch out the hip and the thigh on the right side. You're gonna roll back over and you're gonna come up onto the hands and knees. You're gonna raise that left arm up. You're gonna tuck it under. Palm faces down first. Lay down on that arm. Feel that stretch in the shoulder. Feel that pull across the back. Keep the palm facing down if you can, or as close to facing down as you can. My palm doesn't go flat on the floor. I'm getting there. I'm working on opening up those shoulders. Turn the palm up and come a little bit forward. Rest the chest on that arm. Feel the stretch in the shoulder and across the back. Bring that right hand in. Pull that left arm through. Raise it up. Bring it back down. Press back into that wide-legged child's pose. Stretch out the hips and the thighs. Come up into the hands and knees. Bring the knees together. Press back. Press those heels down. Walk them out. Downward facing dog. Woo, that feels good, doesn't it? Now try and keep the legs or the feet flat on the floor. Bend the knees. Press into the glutes and the hamstrings, and if you can, straighten that the legs. You're going to take that right leg and you're going to put it behind the left. You're going to walk in and you're going to try and take that left leg and make that right leg straight. You're going to feel a stretch down the hamstrings, all the way down the back of the knee and into the calf. Going to raise that right leg up. Open up that right hip. Bring that right leg back up. You're going to pull forward, plant the right foot, and you're going to turn and come into a side angle pose. Come all the way up. Warrior two. Keep this knee bent. Drop the arm back. Reverse warrior. Come up, fall forward, star pose, up and over, triangle pose. Come back into that warrior two. Cartwheel the hands around, plant that left knee, twist open. If you can, reach back, grab that right foot, open out, feel that stretch in the chest. Drop that right knee out, feel that stretch in the hip. Release it, don't slingshot that foot, just let it come down. And you're gonna pick up, pull that right leg in, and you're gonna go into a pigeon pose. Stay upright first. Now if you can, lower the chest down to the thighs.
Drop the hands down to the floor, drop the head to the hands. Feel that stretch in the hip on the right side. Walk the hands back. And you're gonna bring that left leg around and you're gonna cross that left leg over the right. You're gonna take the right arm up and you're gonna twist to the right or to the left and press that hip down. Twist it back around and release the hips. Bring that right leg out and the left leg is bent in a figure four. You're gonna raise the arms up and we're gonna fall forward. And you wanna keep the head going towards the knee. Stretch out the back. Don't fight it, just fall forward. Let that back and the hamstring release. Walk it back up. Keep that left leg under. Cross that right leg over for cow face pose. Bring the arms up. Take the right arm, bend it. Left arm goes underneath. Pull out. If you want to, you can lower down in front with those arms. Feel that stretch. Feel it pull across the back. Do not let your sit bones come off of the floor. Keep the sit bones on the floor and only go over as far as you can feel that pull in the hips without the sit bones coming off of the floor. If they do, raise back up and uncross the arms. Put the hands down and lower the chest down. Make sure that your palms are down and your fingers are facing back. If you bring them this way, you roll your shoulders in. Let's open those shoulders up and pull that head out of the turtle shell. Lay that chest on those thighs. And you're gonna release it and come back up. You're gonna uncross those legs. You're gonna press back into your downward facing dog. And we have to do that on the left leg. So that left leg is gonna come up and go behind. That right leg is gonna push that left leg straight. You're gonna feel that stretch in the hamstring and the calf. Keep that heel on the floor if you can. And you're gonna take that left leg up into the air, open up that hip. Feel that stretch. Feel it pull from the shoulder all the way down the waist, the obliques into the hips. Leg comes back up, pull it forward. You're gonna hold it here. I'm gonna have to angle and face away from you. Side angle pose. We're gonna come up into a warrior two. Fall back, warrior three. Cartwheel the arms back. Drop that right knee, raise that left arm up. Grab a hold of that left foot and apply pressure with the foot. Stretch out the arm, feel the stretch in the hip and the quadricep. Let the left knee fall out, feel that stretch in the hip. Release it, don't slingshot that foot. Bring it back around, come up into a warrior two. Straighten out that leg. Triangle pose all the way down. Make sure that your head and your neck are coming out. Don't round the back.
You want to pull that head out of the turtle shell, loop it around, and you're going to bring that left leg in for a pigeon pose. Stay upright first. Feel that stretch in the hips. Make sure you're balancing on the quadricep of the right leg and the hip of the left. And then if you want to, lower all the way down. Walk it back up, and you're gonna bring that right leg in. You're gonna cross it over the left, raise the arms up, inhale, twist over to the right, press that hand into the left hand into the right knee and stretch out that hip. Twist around, keep that right hand close to the back. Feel that stretch in the shoulder in the back. And release it, come back around. Right leg stays in the figure 4, left leg extends out. Inhale and come up. Exhale, fall forward. And remember, you're coming forward with the head and the neck. You're not rounding the head in and bending at the stomach and crunching in. You're falling forward and stretching out the hamstrings and the glutes. Release it and come back up. Right leg stays under, cross the left leg over for cow face pose. Make sure both of your sit bones are on the floor. Bring that left arm up, and then you're gonna fall forward. Stretch out the back. Make sure that you keep those sit bones on the floor. So if you can't come forward without the sit bones raising up, hold them out here and feel that stretch. You can round in and tuck that head and those elbows in towards the stomach, and you'll feel that stretch and that pull across the back. Each side is different. Release it, come back up, undo those arms, shake them out. Woo. Uncross the legs, hold the feet here, and let's just go side to side, windshield wiper those legs and stretch out those hips. Going to hold it here, and you're going to roll back onto the ground. Bring the knees into the chest, release everything. Grab a hold of the right leg with the right hand and the left leg with the left. Pull down on those feet, pull the knees towards the floor for a happy baby pose. Stretch out those hips. You want your feet, your knees to be lined up, 90-degree angles. You're going to bring those feet together, grab a hold of those heels, stretch out those inner thighs. And then one last stretch for the hips. You're going to cross the right leg over the left, and you're going to lower over to the left side. Grab a hold of that knee, push down, feel that stretch in the hip. We're going to keep these knees bent the same way. And you're going to raise them up, and you're going to take it over to the right side, and you're going to take that right leg and pull on that left knee, and you're going to feel that stretch in the hip and the glute on the left side. So one more time, roll it over to the right, feel that stretch in the obliques and the hip on the right side. And then you're going to roll it over to the right, keep the legs the same, pull down, keep the left shoulder on the floor, and you'll feel that right here in the hip and the glute on the left side. Uncross those legs, bring them up, pull the knees in, and we're going to cross them the other way. So they're going to go to the right side first. Left shoulder is on the floor. Left leg is crossed over the right. Then you're going to bring them up,
And you're gonna pull them to the left. And this is where you get that nice stretch in the glute and the hip. This is where the piriformis is. That's the muscle that goes across the glute. When it gets too tight, it's the one that causes pressure on the sciatic nerve. And people who have sciatic pain, that's where it comes from. This is an awesome stretch for that muscle. Let's do that one more time. Roll over to the right. Keep the knees crossed over. Left is crossed over the right. Feel the stretch in the waist, in the obliques, in the hips. And then last time, we're gonna roll it over to the left. Grab a hold of that left knee, pull down. That left leg is pulling on that right, and you should feel that stretch right through the glute. Release it, bring the legs back in, uncross the knees, pull in on the legs, grab a hold behind the legs, roll up, come up. Deep breath, inhale. Woo, I'm dizzy. Got up too fast. Exhale, fall forward. Come halfway up, flat back. Drop the head and the neck, inhale. Up, inhale. Hands together, down at the chest, exhale. That was your workout for the day. If you enjoyed it, please remember to thumbs up the video. Don't forget, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you soon.